on Vype Live at the top of the hour, the Hill Country Classic Tournament. As your Tigers take on New Braunfels. Coverage will begin at the top of the hour right here on Vype Live. Tigers and New Braunfels, the season premiere of Tiger Baseball on Vype Live, coming up at the top of the hour. We will see you soon. Once again, everyone, coming up at the top of the hour, the season premiere of Tiger Baseball on Vype Live as your Tigers take on New Braunfels in the Hill Country Classic Tournament to kick off the 2022 season. Coverage will begin at the top of It's cold here in Drippy Spring, Texas. But that's okay, because we're ready to play some baseball. And we welcome you to the jungle. Tigers Field on the campus of Dripping Springs High School. We are back. We are better than ever. We welcome you. The Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. Welcome everyone to the season premiere. I am Melvin Jones. We are back. We are excited. The 2022 season is upon us. Of course, your Tigers coming off that long run in the playoffs, losing in the regional finals. We came very close to heading the Round Rock for the state title. But that's all right, because the boys are back. They are back. They are loaded. A lot of young talent here this season, and I'm excited. We are going to have a blast. This is the Hill Country Classic Tournament. 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow. We will have it all for you right here on Vype Live. Today, the freshman phenom, Taylor Tracy, is going to be on the bump for your Tigers. And the normal arms are there. Nico is back. Brendan Arvidson's back. Aiden Perry's back. But we got a lot of young freshmen that's going to do some great things for the Tigers this upcoming season. We'll have these starting lineups and the first pitch coming up in a matter of moments. Tigers and the Unicorns from New Braunfels. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
Beginning of their 2022 season, your Tigers and the Unicorns from New Braunfels. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. First of all, for the visiting Unicorns of New Braunfels, leading off and playing shortstop, it's going to be number 8, David Chandler. Batting second, playing second base, number 6, Josh Lyle. Batting third, and behind home plate this afternoon, number 17, Sebastian Horta. In the cleanup position, number 21, the pitcher, Cade Valerio. Batting fifth, and the designated hitter, number 10, Clayton Nimkin. Batting sixth, playing in right field, number 18, Luke Holt. Batting seventh, playing in left field, number 2, Blake Pinshorn. Batting eighth, playing at third base, number 9, Zach Leal. And in the 9 hole, the first baseman, number 12, Jack Lacken. And for your Tigers, leading off is the senior, number 22, playing shortstop, Nico Redis. Another senior batting second. In left field, number 5, Luke Hudson. At center field, number 25, Brendan Arvidsson. Batting cleanup, the pitcher, the freshman, number 13, Taylor Tracy. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 4, Sam Magajanian. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 1, Mason Ashlock. Batting seventh, behind home plate, number 21, Matthew Schindler. Batting eighth, and playing second base, number 11, AP, Aiden Perry. And batting in the 9 hole, number 14, the right fielder, Theo Howard. And the boys have taken the field. Your head coach in his 16th campaign, Chris Payne, 16 seasons. Wow, over 300 victories. Crowd is starting to come in here at Tigers Field. This is a mid-afternoon game. As Taylor Tracy is getting his warm-up pitches going. Breezy day, cold day. Winter is almost over, but is going to make one final stop here. As the temperature is at 33 degrees right now for the first pitch. But a pretty good crowd here for a mid-afternoon weekday game. Saw the boys back on Monday night in the scrimmage against Hayes, and they looked sensational. They're hoping to translate that into victories right now. As here is David Chandler for the Unicorns to begin this ball game. First pitch coming up, 12:02. As Taylor Tracy with the windup, the first pitch, and it's inside, down low, ball one. Big swing and miss, 1-1. Excited to see the freshman and the sophomore this season for the Tigers. I heard we had some pretty good ones. Nice off-speed pitch, but off the corner, 2-1. Josh Lyle is on deck for the Unicorns. Tracy with the windup. It's going to pop up and go foul, out of play. 2-2 now to Chandler. Tracy is very decisive about his pitches, and that hits Chandler, and the leadoff man gets on base. So 1 on and no outs here as the second baseman, Josh Lyle, comes to the plate. In 2 seasons, I don't think I've ever seen so many blankets and jackets in this stadium. Here's Tracy with the windup. That's right on the corner for strike one. 0-1 now to Lyle. Tracy takes a look at first. Here's the delivery. All speed. And a slow bouncer goes right to the hands of Mason Ashlock. And that's the first out of this season for the Tigers. And here comes the catching, number 17, Sebastian Horta for the Unicorns. 1 on, 1 out, top of the first. scoreless so far. And Horther pops it up. Goes into the right field. And it is dropped that time by Howard. He missed it. And the play at the plate, there is going to be none. And the Unicorns strike first. And they lead 1-0. A hit by Hortha gets the first run across the across the plate for the Unicorns. And now their cleanup hitter, the pitcher, Clay Valerio, comes up with a man on third. And they're going to have a courtesy runner comes out. That is number 1, Kobe Letta, the courtesy runner for the Unicorns. As Valeria steps into the batter's box. 1 on, 1 out, 1-0 lead. And first pitch down the middle for strike 1. And Valeria pops it up. Easy play. And Nico Ruedas catches it for the second out. Here comes the designated hitter, Clayton Nimkin. Two outs now in the top of the first. 1-0, New Braunfels. And Tracy goes right down the middle for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And Nimkin pops it up. And Ashlock misses it in foul territory. 0-2 now to Nimkin. With a runner on third, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Tracy now, he's ready. Shakes off the first couple of pitches. Here's the windup. And a timeout. Nimkin called time as Tracy was in the middle of his windup. Tracy now with the windup. The pitch. Bounces it foul. Count remains 0-2. Taylor Tracy winds, delivers. Grounder. Nico Ruedas throws it over and gets the third out of this inning. But the Unicorns do strike first, and they lead 1-0. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Luke and Brennan Arvison all coming up for the Tigers on this very, very chilly Friday afternoon here at Tigers Field. And the pitcher for the Unicorns, it's going to be number 21, Cade Valerio, as he's wrapping up his warm-up pitches. Here comes Nico. Getting the pep from Coach Payne. And Nico's ready. His 2022 campaign, his senior year. And the first pitch, right down the middle for strike one. Nico had a sensational finish to his 2021 campaign. He bounces it to first, and Nick can't get there, and that's the first out of the inning. Up comes Luke Hudson. Luke came in last season, a lot of courtesy runs. He was probably the Tigers' best runner on the base path. Now getting this chance to be a regular in the starting lineup, as Valerio takes it outside, 1-0 now. Valerio winds outside once again, 2-0. Valerio with the windup. That's right down the middle. Strike one. Brennan Arvidsson in the on-deck circle now for the Tigers. Valerio now with the 2-1. Nice off-speed pitch, 2-2. I don't think many of the boys have ever played in conditions like these. This is close to being freezing. As Valerio goes outside, full count now. As Luke with the full count. That's outside, and Luke Hudson is the first base runner for the Tigers. Here comes Brandon Arvidsson. And Valerio checks back at first at Luke Hudson. Here's the pitch. And Brandon checks the first pitch, but it goes right down the middle, strike one. Should see a lot of depth in the Tigers bullpen this season. And the pitch goes wild, and Luke Hudson is going to be able to head to second, and he's going to third. Standing up, and Luke Hudson is now in scoring position. Wild pitch there. As the ball got past the first baseman. And now with Hudson in third, one out, Brandon Arvidsson has a chance to bring in the Tigers' first run of the season. Here's B. He's ready. That's well inside. 1-1. The freshman pitcher, Taylor Tracy, is in the on-deck circle. That's outside, 2-1. 1-0 Unicorns, but the Tigers are threatening here in the bottom of the first. Valerio winds That's outside 3-1.
Expect it right here.
1 out. And here's the 3-1. And Brandon Arvison fouls it to the back net. Full count now. This season, you're still going to see a whole lot of Brandon Arvison and Nico Roetis pitching. But they have some outstanding freshmen and sophomores coming up. Valerio with the pitch. Brandon Arvison fouls it back once again. So I couldn't tell if that was ice or snow, something just deflected off of the net. Full count remains on Brandon Arvison. Of course, this is the first game of 2 this afternoon. Second game against Hayes at 5 p.m. as Valerio. And Arvison swings and misses, and he goes down for the second out of this inning. Here it comes. The freshman, Taylor Tracy. His first official bat as a member of the Tigers. And Valerio. Taylor floats it in the right field for a base hit. It's going to bring home Luke Hudson. And Taylor is going to stand up with a double. And he helped himself, as you heard the crowd saying this, 1-1. Great piece of hitting there. And now courtesy runner is coming in. Tigers have a courtesy runner in. As Carter Gardner is at second base now. 2 outs. Now it's Sam McAjanian in. And Sam bounces it to short. Sam has some wheels. Is he going to make it? And they got him. And that will be the end of the first inning. But the Tigers even up the ball game. 1-1 as we head to the top of the second. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Top of the second, 1-1. Tigers and Unicorns. Taylor Tracy helping his own cause with an RBI double there in the bottom of the first. As the Unicorns going with Holt, Pinshorn, and Leal here in the top of the second. And here it comes the right fielder, Luke Holt. Tracy got some of the nerves out there in the top of the first. Let's see how well he fares here in this second inning. Great to be back here with you guys for my second season. As Tracy with the windup and the delivery. Bouncer, Nico has it. Goes over to Mason, and Mason has it for the first out of the second inning. Now here comes Blake Pinshorn, the left fielder for the Unicorns. District play begins Tuesday night, believe it or not. As the Jaguars from Utah Johnson comes right here in the jungle. I will have coverage at 6:55 right here on Vype Live. And that goes outside 2-0 now. Remember the last time the Tigers and the Jaguars met to begin district play, Cam O'Bannon threw a no-hitter. Let's see what Tuesday night brings. That's outside once again, 3-0. Of course, the Tigers have to deal with a very improved Jaguar team. And that goes right down the middle for strike one. But also, Canyon, the defending district champions, coming back. And, of course, the rivals from Alamo Heights. Is always a bar burn where those two meet. And that goes right down the middle once again for Tracy. And now it's a full count on Pinshorn. So this is going to be a very, very exciting season. And the dribbler goes right back to Nico. Is Nico going to be able to get him? Pinshorn got him! Nico Redis, early season, making plays. 2 down now. Here comes Zach Leal. And here's Taylor Tracy with the delivery. Leal bounces it in the right field for a base hit. So Leal gets on with 2 outs. And here comes the first baseman, Jack Lacken. Top of the order. And their leadoff hitter, David Chandler, is in the on-deck circle now. 1 on. Here in the top of the second. Tracy, right down the middle for strike one. One one. As here comes the 0-1. Nice off-speed pitch there by Tracy in his 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 now. That goes outside 1-2. I think a lot of people are very anticipating the meeting between the Tigers and the Mules from Alamo Heights again this season. They met in the playoffs last season. Tigers took it to advance to the regional quarterfinals. As that goes to the third base. And that was an easy play there by Sam Magajanian to get out of this inning. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We played the inning and a half. 1-1. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
for the Unicorns. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Tigers. We're back here to the Hill Country Classic here on Vype Live. Very, very chilly Friday afternoon. Mason Ashlock, Matthew Schindler, and AP all coming up for the Tigers. Here's Mason Ashlock. Valerio with the pitch, and that's hit the outside corner for strike 1. Second pitch goes outside, 1-1. Mason Ashlock is a junior getting his first reps in varsity as Valerio winds up. That's outside, 2-1. Schindler in the on-deck circle now for the Tigers. And that's going to go deep into center field, and it is caught by Brandon Visser for the first out of the bottom of the second. Matthew Schindler now coming up. And here's Valerio with the first pitch on Schindler. That's low and inside for ball 1. That was high. 2-0 now to Schindler. Aiden Perry in the on-deck circle. Valerio shakes off the first pitch. The windup, the delivery. Smack down to the middle for strike 1. 2-1 now. Of course, this tournament was supposed to begin yesterday as that pitch goes low, 3-1 now. However, because of the weather, 4 games in 2 days now for the Tigers, as all of yesterday was wiped out. And Schindler gets a base on balls, and he gets on base. So 1 on and 1 out for Aiden Perry. Courtesy runner for the Tigers, as Austin Wolf is in now. His father will be here later on this evening. So a lot of old vibes here in the press box will come back as the first pitch to AP that goes outside, 1-0. Valerio looking at his breath. That goes outside, 2-0 now. Gotta think this weather is gonna affect some of these pitches. Valerio nearly picks off Wolf at first base. Theo Howard is in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-0 to AP. That is inside corner for strike 1. It's 2-1. AP calls the time. And AP pops it up. And that's gonna, it may drop. Great play out there by Visser for the second out. Here's Theo Howard, sophomore coming in, getting his first reps at the varsity level as well. A lot of young talent on this varsity team as a pickoff attempt to Wolf is not successful. Howard now stepping in the batter's box. Valerio takes the time. It is the first pitch to Howard. That goes outside. 1-0. Talk about the emotions last year of making it that deep into the playoffs. I talked to Coach Payne at the end of the regional semifinals, and that was an emotional night. That pitch goes low. Of course, that was graduation night because weather affected graduation. And the boys played 2 games that night, clinched their trip to the regional finals in the third and decisive game, hurried back here for graduation night. That was an unbelievable experience as Howard swings a miss. 1-0. Sorry, 2-1 out of the Howard. Valerio once again tries to pick off Wolf. Wolf is getting Valerio a little nervous there. Huge lead now for Austin Wolf at first. Howard fouls it out of the stadium. Deuces across the board now for Theo Howard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for number 14. Top of the order, and Nico is in the on-deck circle. Valerio continues to look at first. He pitches. That goes foul to the third base side into the bullpen. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. A runner at first in a 1-1 ball game. Valerio swings over to first once again, and Wolf makes it back to first. Valerio delivers. That's low. Full count now on Howard. As you can hear, the wind is starting to kick up just a little bit here at the stadium. Valerio pitches, and Howard fouls it off. Full count now on Theo Howard.
All of it. Long underwear.
Valerio so far has thrown a lot of pitches. And he continues to check back at first at Austin Wolf. He does it again, and Wolf gets back once again. Full count. 36 pitches so far for Valerio. Wolf takes off, and Howard punches it into center field for a base hit. Wolf is going to get to third base successfully, and now the Tigers have runners at the corners with Nico coming up.
Back to the top of the order, number 22, Nico Ruidas.
Nico 0 for 1 so far today, but a chance to bring in some runs. Valerio checks back at first, and Howard gets back there safely. First pitch to Nico. Nearly hits Nico. Howard takes off, and he's still second successfully.
Go.
He got clipped, it looks like. So Nico's on base after getting hit. So now the bases are jacked. 2 outs with Luke Hudson coming up. Luke walked his first plate appearance in the first inning. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. You're in the bottom of the second. Valerio. That goes high for ball 1. Valerio looked strong in the first inning, even though he did give up that run. Very rocky right now here in the second. The pitch. And Luke fouls it out of the stadium. 1-1. Hudson gets on. Brandon Arvison is ready to go. Luke now. Crowd in the plate in the batter's box. Valerio with the windup and the pitch. That goes right on the inside corner. 1-2 now to Hudson. Valerio now. Here's the 1-2. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now Luke has deuces wild with the bases loaded. Valerio with the windup, the pitch. Got him looking. What a pitch by Cade Valerio. Second strikeout in this ball game, and the Tigers leave the bases loaded. 1 hit, no runs, and no errors. Replay 2, 1-1. And this is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
Baseball on Vype Live. Melvin Jones here. It's a 1-1 ball game. Taylor Tracy back on the bump for the Tigers. Tracy now continues to take his warm-up pitches. I want to remind you, later on tonight, second game of our doubleheader, as the Tigers takes on Hayes. Pre-game at 4:55. First pitch, 5 o'clock. David Chandler back up to bat for New Braunfels. He was hit by a pitch to begin this ball game. As Tracy winds up, and it's going to sail into left field for a base hit. So Chandler gets his first hit of this ball game. And here comes Josh Lyle. Lyle in the first inning, grounding straight to first base. Runner on first, no outs. Here in the top of the third. And Tracy delivers. Lyle shows bunt. And Chandler gets back to first. One thing about these tournaments, you can look at all the young players and some of the vets that's coming back. Get them into shape prior to district play starting. Lyle shows bunt once again, and that bunt's foul. So, safe to say that he won't try that again. Pretty confident to say that. Lyle now back in the batter's box. Here's the 0-2 to Tracy, and Tracy's going to check Chandler back at first. Tigers have more than one left-hander this year. There's Brandon Arvidsson, of course. The big southpaw pitching as well. And that pitch goes foul. Count remains 0-2. Tracy now continues to look at first. He delivers this time. And that ball, nice play at second by Aiden Perry to get the force at second and one away.
Catcher number 17, Sebastian Huerta.
Here's Sebastian Huerta. Has an RBI double to begin this ball game. First run of the season for both clubs. Tracy, nice off-speed pitch for strike one and is 0-1. Josh Lyle now at first base for the Unicorns. And that ball sails into center field, but Brandon Arvidsson was right there waiting on him. Second out of this third inning.
I'm in the press box doing baseball.
Here comes K. Valerio. Valerio, of course, the opposing pitcher,
I'm here a lot. What's going on?
popped up to Nico back in the first. Here's Taylor now with the windup. Lyles takes off, but no play at second, and he's going to have a stolen base.
Is that Cheon lady?
So runners now on second with 2 outs. Taylor now likes a pitch, looks over at second, does it a third time, and he delivers. The ball dribbles over to Nico. Nico throws it over to Mason, and that is the third out of this inning. A hit, and that's about all. We played 2.5. 1-1 here at the Hill Country Classic here in Dripping Springs, Texas. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
1-1 here at the bottom of the third. Melvin Jones back here at Tiger Stadium. Season premiere, Tiger Baseball, right here on Vype Live. K. Valerio still out there throwing pitchers for the Unicorns. Brandon Arvidsson, Taylor Tracy, and Sam Argajanian all due up here in the bottom of the third as Big B struck out in the first to begin his 2022 campaign.
Up for the Tigers, number 25, Brandon Arvidsson.
Brandon, of course, one of the rare players you see who bats exclusively right-handed but pitches left. As Valerio and a quick timeout. Already sound like it was an umpire deal. Couldn't see what was going on there. But looks like now we're ready for the first pitch of this at-bat. As Valerio winds up. That's well outside. 1-0 now to Big B. Valerio winds up. Big swing and miss for Arvidsson. 1-1. You can tell by that pitch, Brandon really wants to hit that one out. That one hits the ground. 2-1 now. Valerio quickly is ready. That's inside corner. Wow, wasn't expecting that. 2-2 now to Brandon. Here's Valerio now with the windup. And B slices it past first base, but foul. Tigers wearing their burgundies today. Love to see the burgundies. Valerio nearly hits Arvidsson, and the count goes full. It was an off-speed pitch, but thankfully Arvidsson has great reflexes. Here's the 3-2 to Big B. And Arvidsson fouls it out of the stadium into the opposing bullpen. Count remains full. One, bottom of the third. On this cold February day. And Big B is on base for the first time this season. Final Friday in February, so we know spring is coming.
Number 13, pitcher, Tracy Taylor.
And here comes Taylor Tracy. Taylor, of course, helped his own cause back in the first. RBI double to tie this ball game up. And now with Big B on first base, he could do more damage. Arvidsson does have wheels. So another double could result in another RBI. Taylor shows bunt. He lays down a beautiful bunt. Gorgeous bunt there by Tracy. Gets Arvidsson over to second. One away, but great hit. Great money there.
Sam Agajanian.
Here comes Sammy Sam.
Get your pitch this time, huh? Here we go.
Sam grounded out in the first inning. As you can tell, the wind is starting to kick up just a little bit here in Tiger Stadium. Valerio now with Arvidsson in second. And Sam bounces it in the left field for a base hit. Big B's going to stay at third. And Agajania gets his first knock of the season.
Number 1, Mason Ashlock.
Here comes Ashlock. Mason popped up to center field last inning. And Coach Payne is going to gather his troops as New Braunfels calls a timeout. Folks, don't forget, later on this evening at 5 o'clock, the Tigers are back at it against Hayes. Coverage will begin at 4:55 right here on Vype Live. Hopefully it'll be a little warmer than it is right now. Season premiere, Tiger baseball right now. Some of you who are watching, we thank you. District play begins Tuesday night. Once again, all Tigers games right here on Vype Live. And Mace is coming up. 2 on, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third.
Let's go, Mace.
Valerio finds himself in trouble once again. Got himself out of a bases loaded jam last inning. Let's see if he can do it now. Sam takes a nice lead off of first. Brandon's at third. And Mace floats it. That should be more than enough to get Brandon Arvison in, and the Tigers take the lead for the first time this season. Ashlock with his first RBI. As Matthew Schindler coming up.
21, Matthew Schindler.
Schindler walked last inning. And he has 1 on. 2 outs. 2-1 Tigers. Schindler, nice play at second base. That time by Josh Lyle to get out of this inning. Fantastic play. A run comes in, and the Tigers, for the first time this season, has the lead. We head into the fourth. 2-1 Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away, but they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
Fourth inning here at the Hill Country Classic. Tigers lead 2-1 back here. Tigers Field. Melvin Jones, season premiere, Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. We're hoping for another deep run into the playoffs this season. We have the depth. Let's see if we can make it all happen.
Number 10, Clayton Nimkin.
Nimkin, Holt, and Pinshorn coming up for the Unicorns. Here in this fourth inning. Taylor Tracy still looking for his first strikeout as a member of the Tigers. Putting in some good work though. 3 innings so far, only 1 run. And the first pitch of the at-bat. And Nimkin fouls it to the backstop and is 0-1. Tracy now with the windup, the delivery. And that ball is going to sail in the right field for a base hit. So Nimkin gets on here in the top of the fourth.
Number 18, Luke Holt.
Here comes Holt. Holt grounded out back in the second inning. Tracy so far 36 pitches in 3 innings. And a pitch to Holt. And it called, timeout was called. And officially, here comes pitch number 37. Outside corner, great off-speed pitch there by Taylor Tracy, and it's 0-1. And Tracy winds, delivers. Off speed once again, but that's belt line. I'm surprised he didn't give it to him. 1-1. Tracy now with a look back at first. He delivers. And Hope fouls it out of play. 1-2 now to the right fielder. 2-1 Tigers here in the top of the 4th. No outs. And the Unicorns having runner at first. And Tracy throws it to first. Keeps the runner honest. Big swing and miss. Strike 3. Taylor Tracy has his first strikeout as a Tiger.
Number 2, Blake Pinshorn.
Here come Pinshorn. Pinshorn grounded out also. A lot of 6-3 groundouts. Nico Mason's getting some work today. And that ball's low and away for ball 1. Here's Tracy now, checking first once again. And he delivers. That goes over the head of Pinshorn. 1-1. Excuse me, 2-0.
Hey, 1 pitch away, get your ground ball.
Tracy now being patient. Here's the 2-0. That ball. And the Tigers only get 1. As Sam couldn't get the ball out of his hands quick enough. They made the play over at second.
Number 9, Zach Leal.
So Pinshorn gets on the fielder's choice. Zach Leal, third baseman. Now up with 2 outs. Pinshorn's at first. 2-1 Tigers. Taylor Tracy, 1 strikeout so far. That one's outside, 1-0. Tracy now being patient, and he checks back to first. And here's the 1-0. That one's outside, 2-0. You can definitely see the potential from Taylor Tracy. Only given up 1 run so far with 1 strikeout. That one's low. Now 3-0 to Leal. Jack Lacken is in the on-deck circle now for the Unicorns. 2 outs, 1 on. 2-1 Tiger lead here in the top of the 4th. Tracy delivers. That's outside, and he gives up a walk. That is actually his first walk of this ball game. And now Jack Lacken comes up for the Unicorns with 2 on. Ryan Hernandez is actually in now. They made a change. So Lacken was batting in the 9 hole, but now we have a change. And Hernandez is batting. And the first pitch right on the inside corner for strike 1. Two on, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Tracy delivers. Hernandez, excuse me, fouls it to the back net and is 0-2. As the Hayes Ball Club comes into the stadium, they're playing next. Hernandez calls for times. He's back in the batter's box. So about a 2.5 hour break from the end of this game to the Hayes game coming up. Big swing and miss. And Taylor Tracy, 2 strikeouts in that inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 3.5, 2-1, Tigers. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Bottom of the 4th, AEP, Theo Howard, and then the top of the order in Nico are all due up here in this bottom of the 4th. Tigers lead 2-1. Taylor Tracy so far putting in yeoman's work. Going 4, striking out 2. And first pitch for AP fouls off and is 0-1. Valerio is still in, believe it or not.
58 pitches.
58 pitches so far for K. Valerio. And that's right down the middle on AP, 0-2. And now Valerio. And timeout by AP.
This will be a spring day for Aiden because he's going to be playing in South Dakota. Get used to it, AP.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but yes, AP is going to South Dakota next season, so he's getting used to the elements. Pitch goes outside, 1-2. AP, of course, one of the plethora of seniors that Coach Payne has at his disposal. That pitch goes outside, 2-2. AP with Brandon Arvison, with Nico Ruedas, with Luke Hudson. Lots and lots of seniors. Sam McAjanian, all on this team. The 2-2 to AP. That is outside, full count now. Theo Howard in the on-deck circle. Valerio, AP, flies at the center. Should be an easy play for Visser, and it is. And AP goes out for the first out.
Number 14, Theo Howard.
Here's Howard now. I love to see the young talent come up. Talked to Coach Payne on Tuesday night, and he was super excited about. He told me he had about 14 arms in the bullpen, which is amazing. As Howard bunts it foul. Of course, every district game right here on Vype Live, and Howard takes the inside pitch for strike 2. We'll also be here tonight as well. Both games tomorrow. And I know for sure 2 games next week in New Braunfels. So we're going to have you covered all season long right here on Vype Live. I am excited to call the Tigers for my 2nd season. I consider this my 2nd home. And Howard bounces it, base hit past the first baseman. Theo Howard is 2 for 2. And he's going for 2, and he's going to get it standing up. Stand up double for Theo Howard. And here comes Nico.
Number 22, Nico.
Nico 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd. Valerio's getting knocked around these last 3 innings by the Tigers. Valerio. That was borderline, but it's going to be low for ball 1 on Nico. Talked about the new talent. I'm excited to have the families that heard and watched our coverage. Nico. And it goes off of the glove of the shortstop. And Howard is going to come in, and it's 3-1 Tigers. What a wild sequence that was. Nico gets a 2-bagger. It just went off of the glove of the shortstop. Nico's going to be credited with a double.
Number 5, Luke Hudson.
Here comes Luke Hudson. Luke today 0 for 1. Walked in the 1st, struck out back in the 2nd. But back to the families that heard and listened to us and watched our coverage last season. We thank you once again for tuning in this season. We are excited. We're going to have fun this season. We hope to go deep. I was telling one of the parents back on Tuesday, I was like, let me call the state championship this season. I think that's what we all want. As Luke has a runner on, and Nico's dancing at 2nd. And Luke's going to take the first ball 1. Valerio now checks back at Nico. And Luke swings and misses. He actually foul tipped it. 1-1. Brandon Arvison is in the on-deck circle. 3-1 Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th. Valerio delivers. And Luke fouls it to the 3rd base side. 1-2. The wind has shifted a little bit. As in the stadium, you still can't hit a home run. Good luck with that. But it is blowing more in now than what it was earlier. Luke Hudson checked his swing. Nico takes off. Nico's going to get to third safely. Great base runner there by Nico to get to third base. So he is definitely in scoring position.
They called him out. They said he swung.
And they're going to give a strikeout there on Luke Hudson. I thought he checked it. So that would be the second out. Here comes Big B.
Number 25, Brandon Arvidsson.
Brandon's 0 for 1. Striking out in the first. He did get a walk last inning. He has Nico on third and 2 outs. And the pitch goes outside and low. 1-0. Nico takes the lead at third. That goes outside once again, 2-0. Valerio now waits. He winds, delivers. Outside 3-0 on Arvidsson. Taylor Tracy in the on-deck circle. Tracy does have an RBI double. Quick timeout as the catcher goes to talk to Valerio. No action so far in the Unicorn bullpen. So Valerio and Brandon fouls it 3-1. Looks like K. Valerio may be going for the long haul right now. Down 3-1, 2 outs with a runner on third. Here's the 3-1. And Brandon Arvidsson brings home Nico and his 4-1 Tigers. RBI single for the senior. Tigers lead 4-1. As a team out to meet Nico. And they do have a new pitcher coming in. We'll take a break for the warm-up pitches. 4-1 Tigers here at the bottom of the fourth. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Zach Andrews, the new pitcher coming in for the Unicorns. 4-1 Tigers here at the bottom of the fourth. Melvin Jones back here with you, Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. And the Tigers have exploded in this fourth inning. 2 more runs, more than enough runs possibly for Taylor Tracy. Brandon Arvidsson, RBI single to bring Nico home. 4-1. Nico also with an RBI double to bring home Theo Howard. Speaking of Taylor Tracy, he's coming up. Taylor so far 1 for 2. RBI double back in the first. He did ground out last inning. As it looks like Andrews is done with his warm-ups.
For the Tigers, number 13. Taylor Tracy.
Final numbers on K. Valerio. K. Valerio goes 3 2/3 with 77 pitches. He did have 2 strikeouts to his credit. Three strikeouts. He does have 3 strikeouts. So that's the numbers. Big B takes off. Brandon Arvison has wheels. Brandon Arvison gets to second base. No problem. So Brandon Arvison snags his first base of the season. Now he's in scoring position. Andrews now checks back at second. He delivers. That's well outside, 2-0. It's hard enough when Arvison is a good 6'3", 6'4". But he has wheels as well, so good luck trying to pick him off or stop him from stealing the base. That one's right on the corner. That's 2-1. I think Tracy believed that that was outside as well. Nonetheless, 2 balls and a strike now to the pitcher. Andrews checks back at second. Does it again, and he delivers. That's well outside. 3-1 now. The Taylor Tracy. Sammy Sam is in the on-deck circle. Agajanian has a single. Back last inning. And if Tracy gets on, he'll come up with 2 on. Andrews with the pitch. Tracy flies it. It's going to go out of play. Count's going to go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Taylor Tracy. Tigers don't go on the road again until next weekend, as they will be in New Braunfels for another weekend tournament next week. As Andrews checks back a second once again, and he delivers. That's outside, and Taylor Tracy is on base for the second time in this game. Here comes Sam.
Number 4, Sammy Agajanian.
Sam so far 1 for 2. We got a courtesy runner. Hayden Dunn comes in. That's the courtesy runner for Taylor Tracy.
That's what he's good for.
Break this open right here.
As now Coach Payne is informing the umpires what's going on. We do have some activity going on right now in the Tigers bullpen. Andrews. First pitch, low, ball 1. Two on, 2 outs, 4-1 Tigers. Sammy ready to pitch. Here's Andrews. Check it back at Brandon Arvison. Does it again. Does it a 3rd time. And he finally pitches. And it's going to be a... Wow. 1-1. That was well outside. But apparently the ump has a larger strike zone than we thought. So Sam has him ball in the strike and going up against him. Sam flies it to right. And it's going to be a routine play for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before. The Tigers grab 2 more, and they lead 4-1 heading to the top of the 5th. This is Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Four-1 Tigers as we head to the top of the field. Melvin Jones back here with you, the season premiere of Tiger Baseball right here on Vype Live. Taylor Tracy so far, 4 innings pitch, 2 strikeouts, a hit batsman, and 2 walks thus far in this ball game. And the Unicorns is going to go with their top of the order, and David Chandler coming up for the Unicorns.
For the Unicorns, number 8, David Chandler.
Chandler so far 1 for 1. He had a single back in the 3rd. Taylor Tracy definitely got those nerves out of his system in the last inning, striking out 2. And here's the first pitch to Chandler. Chandler, big swing and miss for strike 1. Second pitch goes outside and is 1-1. Here's Tracy now. The windup and the delivery. That one's low and inside, 2-1. Two one goes right down the middle. And it's 2-2. Josh Lyle is in the on-deck circle for the Unicorns. 4-1 Tigers, top of the 5th. A quick timeout. Tracy goes outside, full count now. On Chandler. Here's the windup. Big swing. And the stutter step for Sam. And it's going to result in an infield hit for Chandler. As here comes Josh Lyle.
Number 6, Josh Lyle.
Lyle so far 0 for 1. Lining out the first in the first. He was hit by a pitch. Lyle goes off the back net. Lyle actually got on the fielder's choice back in the 3rd. Tracy now delivers off speed, base hit, Lyle. And Luke Hudson loses the ball. Here comes the relay. Nico can't get it home. And the Unicorns scores their second run. Lyle gets on the error for Luke Hudson. Was a base hit, but the stumble led to the run. And it's 4-2 now. As Horta comes on.
Batting is 17, Horta.
Taylor Tracy now with a man on, no outs. And he gets that pitch for a strike, and it's 1-1. Tracy as fouls it off. Taylor Tracy now. A ball. 2 strikes on Horta. And Tracy delivers. No call. That was close. Crowd, as you can tell, they are not happy with that call. Coach Payne is neither. Nonetheless, it's 2-2 now. I thought he had him looking. So here's Taylor now. Taylor is looking for the strikeout and a base hit by Huerta. And here comes Lyle. Lyle is going to get in, and it's 4-3. So the Unicorns with 2 here in the top of the 5th. And it looks like Price Donatello is about to come in. Great outing by freshman Taylor Tracy. But he's going to go 4. And Price Donatello. Let's see if Coach Payne is going to. No, Coach Payne is not going to pull him yet. 64 pitches so far for Taylor Tracy. I thought Coach Payne was about to pull him real quick, but he's going to stay out there now with a run lead. And K. Valerio,
Number 22,
Zach Andrews, excuse me, is now to pitch for Valerio. Tracy looks, continues to check back at first, and he delivers. 1-0 now on Andrews. Here's Tracy, delivers. That one was low. They do have a courtesy runner out there, and that is Kobe Letta, the courtesy runner for the Unicorns. 2-0 now to Zach Andrews. Tracy once again. This time he's going to check back to first. Clayton Nemkin in the on-deck circle for the Unicorns. 1 on, no outs. And the Unicorns has 2 runners in. Nearly decapitated Nemkin that time. 2-1. Zach Andrews can help his own cause. Taylor Tracy delivers. And that's foul out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes so far now. The umpire now changing up his sign. It should be 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is actually pitch number 5 coming up for Andrews. That was in the dirt. Now it's 2-2. Andrews now back in the batter's box. Taylor Tracy looks at first. He delivers to home. And it's going to be base hit in the right field, into deep right field. Letta is going to come home, and we have a tied ball game. A triple for Zach Andrews. We have a tied ball game. Unbelievable. So Taylor Tracy exits. He's responsible for the runner at third. Bryce Donatello in the pitch for the Tigers. We'll take a break as he warms up. 4-4, top of the 5th. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Coming in for the Tigers, number 23.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Fifth. Tiger still hasn't recorded an out yet. And the Unicorns have a runner at third. Bryce Donatello in the pitch now. Once again, folks, later on tonight, 5 p.m., Tigers and Hayes do battle here on Tigers Field. Clayton Nimkin coming up. Nimkin so far 1 for 2 as Price gets ready to throw his first pitch of this 2022 season. Nimkin fouls it out of play. There's 0-1.
Great pitch.
1-1 now to Nimkin. Donatello, of course, the junior, coming in relief work. That one's into the dirt. 2-1. Here's a 2-1. In the dirt once again. 3 balls in the strike. No one on. Kenny McCullen is the courtesy runner for the Unicorns. He has a lead at third. Timeout. That time by Nimpkin. 4-4. No outs. Top of the 5th. New Braunfels has a runner at third. Donatello pitches. And good strike there by Price. Full count now. The Tigers need an out, and they need it out bad. Luke Holt is in the on-deck circle for New Braunfels. Here's Price. And that's popped up. It's going deep. Big B underneath it. Catches it, but the Unicorns is going to take the lead. McCullen stumbles his way into home. And it's 5-4 New Braunfels.
Now batting number 18, Luke Holt.
Luke Holt so far 0 for 2. He did strike out back in the 4th. 4 runs this inning by the Unicorns. And now Price, he delivers. Big swing and miss by Holt. Pops it to the backstop and it's 0-1. One and one now to Holt. Luke Harrington is in the on-deck circle now for the Unicorns as Price delivers. Big swing and miss. 1-2. Harrington to pinch hit for Blake Pinson. Here's Price now with the 2-2. 1-2. Got him. Delayed reaction by the ump, but it is a strikeout for Price Donatello. 2 away now. That was odd. That was a really delayed reaction.
Coming in, number 20, Luke Harrington.
Here's Harrington now. His first AB of this season. Price now. Winds. Delivers. Right on the corner for strike 1. Price now. He winds. He delivers. Into the dirt, ball 1. Nice pitch by Price. Strike 2. 1-2. Tigers got Ashlock, Schindler, and AP coming up in the bottom of the 5th. And got him looking. So Price Donatello comes in, strikes out 2 to get the Tigers out of the inning, but the Unicorns bring in 4. And as we stretch, 5-4 New Braunfels. Bottom of the 5th coming up. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again. playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
New Braunfels, Mason Ashlock, Matt Schindler, AP, all coming up for the Tigers. Unicorns with 4 at the top of this inning. And they lead now 5-4. As Mason comes up, Mason's 0 for 2 for this afternoon.
Leading things off for the Tigers, number 1, Mason Ashlock.
Here comes Ashlock. A lot of blankets here. You don't see that near the end of February as Mace takes strike 1. But here we are, final Friday in February, and near freezing. Not the beginning of February. The wackiest winter, I believe, South Texas has ever endured. As Mace fouls it out of play. Hopefully it doesn't hit a car. 1-2 now to Mace as the wind's starting to pick back up a little bit more. Andrews delivers. Outside, got him. Crowd doesn't like it. But Ashlock goes down on strikes. Here comes Schindler. Schindler right now 0 for 1. And Andrews goes low and outside. 1-0. Andrew goes outside once again, 2-0 now. Aiden Perry's in the on-deck circle. Nice piece of hitting. And Schindler gets thrown out. That time, Chandler throws him out for the second out of this inning.
Number 11, Aiden Perry.
And here comes AP. No one on, 2 outs. Coach Payne's going to have an argument with the umps. So they do call out Matt Schindler as AP comes up. No one on, 2 outs. 5-4. Bottom of the 5th. AP floats it into center field. This is going deep, and it drops. AP's looking for 3 now. And Coach Payne holds him up. AP with a double, and it's needed. Here comes Theo Howard.
Number 14, Theo Howard.
Howard is 2 for 2 today. A single and a double. 1 RBI. We have another courtesy runner. As Chase Wisnick comes in. Chase, of course, one of the best courtesy runners the Tigers had last season, is on base right now. Here's Howard now with Chase on second. Chase has wheels. We know this. As Andrews checks back at second. Does it again. He delivers. Right down the middle for strike one. Here's Andrews now. Timeout that time by Howard. Theo, of course, hitting in the 9-hole last season. Blake Bryant was in the 9-hole and did great things in this position. Now Theo Howard 2 for 2 in the same position. Nice off-speed pitch. 0-2 now to Theo. One on, 2 outs, and 0-2 to Theo Howard. And low and inside. You have to wait on the call. 1-2 now to Howard. Howard gets on. Nico is due up. Andrews checks back. He delivers. And check swing. Chase is going to go. He's going to stay. So the inning is extended off of the pass ball. It is going to be counted as a strikeout for Andrews. And here comes Nico with 2 on and 2 out. Nico is 1 for 2 this afternoon. But he has 2 on, 2 outs. And the Tigers trail 5-4. Andrews delivers. Smack down in the middle, strike one. Zach Andrews on the bump. He delivers. Nico fouls it to the backstop and it's 0-2. Luke Hudson. Is on deck. Andrews checks back at first. The 0-2 to Nico. And here comes Chase. Chase ties the ball game. No one was at second base as they try to throw out Howard, and it's 5-all. The Unicorns had absolutely no one covering second base. Threw it into center field. Retied once again. Theo Howard advances to third. Nico back in the box. Runner at third. 2 outs. Andrews delivers. Nico swings and misses and strikes out. But the Tigers do tie this ball game. And at the end of 5, we're knotted at 5. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Five all, top of the sixth. The Hill Country Classic here at Tiger Stadium. Melvin Jones back here with you, the season premiere of Tiger Baseball and Vype Live. Bryce Donatello came in last inning, striking out 2. Zach Leal, Ryan Hernandez, and David Chandler are due up this half inning for the Unicorns. And here is Zach Leal.
Number 9, Zach Leal.
Bryce Donatello. Here's the windup, the delivery, right down the middle for strike 1. And Leal fouls it. Out of play, 0-2. Price came in last inning, no outs. He struck out 2. Didn't give up a run, so the final numbers now. That goes into the dirt. 1-2. Final numbers on Taylor Tracy. 4 innings pitched, 4 earned, gave up 5 total. Here's Price now with the 1-2. Into the dirt, 2-2.
Put him away here.
Price now with the windup, the delivery. And Leal gets the bloop single.
Oh, nice play, guys.
Nice play. Price nearly got him, but it's going to go down as a bloop single. And Leal gets on here in the 6th.
Number 12, Jack Lockley.
Roll it up.
Ryan Hernandez did hit in this spot a couple of innings ago, but Lacken is back in. Well, 1 on and no outs. Lacken bunts it foul and is 0-1. Great bunt there by Lacken. It gets Rutledge over. And that is the first out of the inning. The wind is super blowing. Looks like it's blowing north to south now.
David Chandler.
Here comes David Chandler. Chandler so far 2 for 2. He was also hit by a pitch back in the 1st. Rutledge is on 2nd. 1 away. 5-5 here in the top of the 6th. Price. And the pitch goes foul. Oh and 1 now to Chandler. It's Price now. Checks back at 2nd. He's ready. He delivers. And that ball is going to sail into center field for a base hit. Here's Big B. He's going to chunk it. Great play by Brandon to keep it in the field and to prevent the run from scoring. But the Unicorns have runners at the corners. One away. As Josh Lyle is coming up with 2 on, 1 away. Double play ball is in effect. Price so far has given up 2 hits in his inning. 2 on, 1 away. 5-5 ball game. And did Lyle check his swing? No signal yet from the umps. One and 0. Price throws back to first. David Chandler has 3 hits in this ball game. He is 3 for 3. And Price with the 1-0. Chandler takes off. And they got the runner at home. Great play. AP with the throw out. 2 away now.
Way to work. Way to work.
The ball couldn't get to second base, but AP was right there to throw the runner out at first. Runner still is on second, but it's 2 away now. And still a 5-5 ball game. Here's Price now. Checks back at second. And Price delivers. Big swing. It's going deep. Big B's underneath it. Brandon Arvison ends this inning, but with an outstanding play there by Aiden Perry to get the Tigers out of a jam. 2 hits, no runs, no errors. We played 5.5. It is 5-5 heading into the bottom of the 6th. This is Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Wyatt Lesper coming up for his first at bat of this season. He's being followed by Brandon Arvison. And then the pitcher spots, which would be Price Donatello, due up third. Wyatt, another one of those seniors.
Coming in for the Tigers to start things off. Number 2, Wyatt Lushper.
Wyatt. Pinch hitting for Luke Hudson. Bottom of the 6th. Here we go. And Andrews winds, delivers outside 1-0. And Andrews quickly delivers. Big swing and miss by Wyatt, and it's 1-1. Big B is on deck. 5-5. Bottom of the 6th. Wyatt looks at strike 2. 1-2 now to Lesper. And Andrews, he's ready. He winds. He delivers. And Wyatt fouls it to the back net. Count remains ball and 2 strikes. Andrews winds. Wyatt bounces it to second base. Routine play, and they got Wyatt for the first out of this 6th inning.
Number 25, Brandon Arvidsson.
Big B so far, 1 for 2. He did strike out, and he also has a walk. And Andrews, that one goes into the dirt, 1-0. Big B has a chance for a big spot right here, and Andrews delivers. That one is outside, 2-0. Andrew goes well outside, 3-0 on Brandon Arvidsson. Taylor Tracy in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Andrews. That was a strike. And I think many people here thought that was an easy ball call, but nonetheless, 3-1 on Big B. That was in the dirt. That one's a no-brainer. So Brandon Arvidsson gets his second walk today.
Number 13, Taylor Tracy.
And here it comes, Taylor Tracy. Tracy so far, 1 for 2. He did have a walk his last AB. And 33 pitches so far for Zach Andrews, as his coaches came out to maybe talk to him about something. Looks like maybe Andrews may have tweaked something.
Yeah, 'cause that's a trainer.
So that's what was going on. So right now he looks like he's okay. Stretching out a groin or maybe his hamstring. Tell you how chilly it is. 35 degrees right now. And that was, wow, strike 1. That looked as though it was well above his belt line. 0-1 now to Taylor Tracy. And Big B gets back to first. Forecast is saying that it's drizzling a bit, but I don't see any raindrops. But we're inside this press box, so we wouldn't know. And that one goes inside, 1-1 now on Taylor Tracy. Sammy Sam is in the on-deck circle. A ball and a strike now to Taylor Tracy, and he fouls it out of the stadium, 1-2.
Here we go, Taylor.
Andrews throws it back. Arvidsson makes it no problem. Andrews delivers. And good eye by Taylor Tracy, 2-2. A few of the players you couldn't tell who it is if you didn't look down at their number. They all have ski mask type face coverings on, and Taylor was hit. 2 on now for the Tigers.
Drive 1-4.
Here's Sam Agajanian.
Sammy Agajanian.
Sammy so far is 1 for 3, but he's in a big spot. 2 on, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Drive on, get your pitch. No back pick.
Andrews now checks back at second. He delivers. That is outside. 1-0 to Sam. Here's Andrews now. Checks back at second again. Does it the second time. And he delivers this time. And Sam fouls it to the backstop. 1-1. Mason Ashlock in the on-deck circle as he runs back and grabs the foul ball for the umpire. But he's due up next for the Tigers. 2 on, 1 out. A ball and a strike to Sam Agajanian. Sam swings and misses. 1-2 now.
Big with 2 here.
Andrews checks second. He delivers. That's in the dirt. 2-2 now to Sam. Five. Bottom of the 6th. Zach Andrews checks back at second. He delivers. Sam floats it. It's going to drop. They barely get Sam, but the runners do advance. And Brandon Everson scores, and the Tigers take the lead at the bottom of the 6th. Great base running there by Brandon Arvidsson. And they're calling that ball game. So it looks like we're only going 6 today. A walk-off crazy blooper by Sam Agajanian. And the Tigers come away with a 6-5 victory here in the first game of the Hill Country Classic.
Tigers win 6-5.
Crazy
Next game at 2:30 today.
atmosphere here as the Tigers takes the opening game and now is 1-0 on this young season. 6-5 the final score here at Tiger Stadium. We shall be back here in a couple of hours for Game 2. The Hayes Hawks takes on your Tigers. Game is scheduled to begin at 5 p.m. Coverage begins at 4:55. We will be back here by then. Until then, I am Melvin Jones. Your Tigers are 1-0. And this has been Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. We will see you at 5 p.m. for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Good afternoon, folks.